my name is Jenna Gergerich, and I'm a part of the social media and marketing team here at Front Porch Theatricals. Welcome to our Summer in the Hamptons vlog series of our current production, Grey Gardens. Over the next few weeks, I will be interviewing the amazing cast and sharing with you the exciting information about our show. So sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Given our amazing similarity.
My name's Kaylie Wallace, and I'm playing young little Edie.
My name's Chad Elder, and I'm playing George Gould Strong.
Hi, my name is Ryan Jackson, and I play Brooks Sr., Brooks Jr.
I am Chris Morris, and I am in the ensemble.
My name is Beth Johnstone Bush, and I play Big Edie in the second act.
My name's Dan Mayhak, and I'll be playing Joe Kennedy and Jerry.
I'm Lucia Williams, and I'm playing Jackie Bouvier.
I'm Clara McGough, and I'm playing Lee Bouvier.
My name is Bill Crean. I play Major Bouvier, the grandfather, Edith's dad, and I also play Dr. Norman Vincent Peale in the second act.
My name is Daina Flowers, and I am part of the ensemble, but mostly I am playing the role of the children's nanny.
My name is Daina Griffith, and I play Edith Bouvier Beale in the first act, and then I play little Edie in the second act.
Sorry to interrupt your rehearsal, ma'am, but about Mr. Beale, sure.
Well, I have, specifically for this show, I've worked on music and scenes and such, but I've been one of those people who have been crazy about the documentary since I was in high school. I saw it for the first time when I was 17. We used to rent it from Blockbuster, and anytime I would meet a friend that would say, "Oh, I've never heard of that," I'd be like, "Oh my God, you have to," and we would rent the movie and then we would watch it. And so I feel like my preparation indirectly for the last 20-something years has just been as a fan, not even realizing or even thinking that I would ever get the chance to do an actual musical of the show. I saw the show when I was in New York City, and I lived there, and it was the only show that I bought tickets for, because I just was like, how can I make it a musical? But yeah, so I guess, I've been preparing for like 20 years. I've also been just working on music and dialects and body language and all that good meaty stuff.
I watched the 1970s documentary a lot. So, I got the script, but beyond the usual learning the music and reading through the script and thinking through things, I watched the documentary a lot, trying to get down as much of her accent as I could. Well, I knew we'd have an accent coach here, but I tried to get the most obvious pieces of her accent, the way she moved, mannerisms, typical vocal mannerisms, because I knew some of the audience is going to know the documentary. So the biggest thing for me was trying to be as true to her as I could, and it's also an extra challenge because I'm not 79 years old. So then layering, how does she move, how does she walk, how does she hold herself, if her hands are arthritic, if her feet hurt,
I watched the documentary, the movie, the musical that's online. Yes, I also read some articles. I tried to determine what was real and what wasn't, just based off the writing. Part of the musical is fictional and part of it's fact. So learning how to distinguish which is actually true and historical and which was just for dramatic effect, I thought was important in learning how to portray my character.
It's been a great experience. A lot of talent here in these couple of rooms. The kids are great. Obviously the leads are very talented, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's a smaller cast, and I like it because it's more intimate, and everyone's so welcoming and nice, and they don't see us as children. They treat us as professionals, and it's so cool to see everyone's done their research on their character and they've done their work. It's just so cool watching the adults perform.
I think everyone is so kind and so talented. I have learned so much from every single person in this cast, and I have loved this experience.
I absolutely love it. There are a lot of people in this cast that I didn't know before. Daina is a person I've been wanting to work with for like a long time, so I was really excited to find that she's one of the main characters. So I'm really excited. Everyone gets along. We're like a family already, and I love that.
My mother, darling, what's this?
Oh dear, you weren't supposed to see that.
No, Robin's been brilliant. No, she pulls things out of the script that I can't imagine, and just has a lot of fun. Pulls a lot of fun things out of the characters, and a lot of nice moments.
Robin's awesome. This is actually the third show that I've been lucky enough to work with her. The first one was Violet with Front Porch Theatricals, and the second one was actually a show that I got to be in with Robin, Deadly Murder in North Carolina, and now there's this. And it's always been awesome. One thing that I really like about her directing style is that she likes to kind of sketch out the show very quickly so that we all have a very, at least broad idea of the arc of our characters and the arc of the show, and then we can kind of nitpick as we go along. And I think that just makes it a lot easier to really like internalize the whole story from the beginning of the process instead of figuring it out as we go along, and that way we can figure out more like intricate pieces of the story.
Robin Parrish, she is the bomb.com. She's very collaborative, and immediately from jump, this was like our experience, not just something that we're a part of, like we are all creating this together. And I thought that that was a really nice thing. And anytime you have questions, she's always ready to like answer them, and sometimes she doesn't know the answer, but she'll find out for you, and it's been such a wonderful experience. She's an awesome director.
I have no complaints. I have everything I ever wanted.
This is my first time working with Front Porch. I've known about the company for many years. I'm really excited to finally be on stage with Front Porch, and I love how they showcase local talent. It's really a great addition to the Pittsburgh theater community.
So this is my first time working with Front Porch Theatricals. I have only heard wonderful things about them from those who have worked with them in the past. I have a very good friend who was in Violet, Lizzie Boyke. She was great. And I saw that production and I thought it was fantastic. You know, she told me, make sure you come out and audition for them, and I'd only heard wonderful things, so I felt it. I had to.
This is my third time. It's a relatively new company, but they produced Next to Normal when I did it, which is a musical. I think that was in like 2012 maybe, and then they did Parade in 2014, and I did that. I don't do musicals very often, but when I do them, a lot of times I do them here. I love this company. I've known Leon and Nancy since I was right out of college. I did a production of The Last 5 Years, and their daughter was the ASM when she was in the 8th grade, which is amazing. And that's when I met them. So I've known them in the last however many years, but they're fabulous. I mean, I love this company. It's super amazing. If only you could look at the table of food that's sitting next to me. They're so nice to us. They're really incredible. Yeah, and Bruce too. I mean, they're just fabulous. And they do musicals that nobody does, which is another big thing, because mostly it's the things that are beautiful and wonderful and have their place in musical history, but they do things that are a little outside of the box, and I think outside of the box. So I love it. I love going to see their shows.
One that appeals to me with Great Gardens is there's the initial interest in it's like watching a hoarder's film. You know, if you watch a documentary, you know, these two women living in this dilapidated house, and what's that like? And but really, it's these two women who have chosen to do things their way, at least Big E, to do things her way. It wasn't necessarily practical, it wasn't necessarily financially sound, but she kind of did things her way, and she chose kind of a freedom over what society would dictate she should or would do. And she chose not to do that. She chose to do it her way. They end up in dire straits on one level, and yet it was her choice. So the two of them, kind of inside this cocoon of Grey Gardens, they have this freedom to be themselves, to do what they want to do. It's really interesting.
A theme that I found is the love between the family even when there's conflict, and that goes through all throughout life, is that you see there's conflict, but you still can find sympathy and love for that person.
The women back in that time always had to rely on marrying. It was like their job was to marry a rich man when they were in high society. And I just always felt bad for little Edie when she never had the opportunity to marry. And she said she thought she might as well be dead since she couldn't get a man to propose to her. And I think it's changed a lot from now, because now women can get jobs and do things on their own that wouldn't have been good for them back then.
When I first read through the script, I actually called my mother, and I wanted to thank her for being so selfless. And it's easy for parents to try to make their children do what they want them to do, as we see in the story. And I just wanted to tell my mother, thank you for always being in favor of me living my own life and doing the things that I'm passionate about. And just, I think that selflessness of a mother is just amazing. And the theme of the mother being kind of selfish in this story just made me even more grateful for my own mother.
I think the unconditional love that is portrayed between Edith and Edie. Edie never leaves Edith, although she could still be in New York City pursuing a life that she's always dreamt of. And she sings that song around the world, and it really shows all the memories she has and the ones that she wanted to make and didn't, but she chose to stay with her mother instead. And whether that was a choice or she felt it was an obligation, it's shown at the end of Act 2 that she really, really felt that she couldn't leave because whether she wanted to admit it, she loves her mom. She loves her mom and she cares about her so deeply, and it's really beautiful to see.
You should come to see this show because it is full of an amazing cast being put on by a fantastic production company, included with the lights, the sound, the set. All of it's going to look wonderful, and everybody's really putting their heart into it, and it's an important story to see.
90% of the cast be cats, so that's fun. I mean the push and they do such a great job with the push and pull of drama and comedy. Like, you have this moment when things are at their very worst, and all of a sudden it turns into this very funny song, and they do a really good job of managing the comedy and the pathos. So you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll have a good time.
So if you're a fan of reality TV, you will love Grey Gardens. The documentary was sort of the original reality TV, and I think about it as something like The Real Housewives of East Hampton meets Hoarders. And it's wrapped up in a bunch of heart and a bunch of heartbreaking moments and a bunch of fun.
Pittsburgh, you have to come out and see Grey Gardens. It's amazing. It has a phenomenal cast, one of the most hardworking crews ever. It has cats. It has the Bouvier bills in there. I mean, it's just a fantastic production, so we really hope that we can see you guys there. Please, 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 please tell everyone you know. Get everyone here. So please come to our show, YouTube Beyonce.
That's all we have for today for our Summer in the Hamptons vlog. We are all so excited for you to come and see our production of Grey Gardens, running at the New Hazlitt Theater from August 17th through the 26th. For tickets, you can call 888-718-4253 or go to our website, frontporch.showclix.com. Thank you all so much for watching. Now, come spend a summer with us in the Hamptons.
It's a doozy, and it's gonna be fabulous. And I can't wait.